To our top story this hour, parts of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russiagate report released today. It comes in the form of 448 pages, some of it redacted, of course. It's the result of nearly a 2-year investigation into possible collusion between President Trump's election campaign and Russia. Joining us now with what's inside these documents, let's turn now to RT correspondent Dan Cohen, who's outside of the DOJ for us. Dan?
Well, the Mueller report has now been released to the public. Attorney General William Barr addressed reporters here at the Department of Justice a couple of hours ago, emphatically denying the conspiracy theory that President Trump or the Trump campaign conspired with the Russian government in the 2016 election.
You will see the special counsel's report states that his quote, investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities.
Trump briefly addressed the report's conclusions during an appearance at a Wounded Warrior event this morning.
They're having a good day. I'm having a good day, too. It was called No Collusion, No Obstruction.
And while Trump was a bit reserved in person, on Twitter, he lashed out and with a couple of tweets. First, calling Russiagate the greatest political hoax of all time, saying crimes were committed by crooked, dirty cops and the Democratic National Committee / the Democrats. One tweet said just in all caps, presidential harassment. And then another Game of Thrones style tweet simply saying game over. Now, the Mueller report does show that George Papadopoulos was being investigated as an unregistered agent, not of Russia, but actually of the Israeli government, underscoring what's happened time and time again, that Russiagate has actually turned into and revealed Israelgate. Another theory we saw dashed, that the Trump campaign sought to dilute the Republican National Committee's platform on sending arms to Ukraine as a quid pro quo with Russia. Now, William Barr did claim that the Russian government interfered in the 2016 election through the Internet Research Agency, which is essentially a private clickbait operation that has no proven connection to the Russian government. He also alleged that Guccifer 2, which provided the Democratic National Committee emails to media outlets, is actually a Russian military intelligence operation, but that too is based on an indictment from the special counsel, and we've never seen evidence proving this. Now, Barr did say that there was no determination of obstruction of justice, and that Trump could have asserted executive privilege over parts of the report, but Trump chose not to, quote, in the interests of transparency and full disclosure to the American people. Now, certain sections have been redacted, those of which were done in coordination with the special counsel, Robert Mueller. Now, the redactions fall into 4 categories. The first is grand jury material. These are secret panels consisting of regular Americans that partake in investigations. The second is classified intelligence gathering methods and sources. Third, information that could affect ongoing investigations. And finally, information that could damage private or third-party interests. So the redacted version of the report has been released to the public, and Barr did say that a version only redacting the grand jury material will be released to certain members of Congress. Now, despite Barr's emphatic denials, that doesn't cut it for some, like Congressman Jerry Nadler, who said that Barr's words are not enough and that we must see the full report, and seemed to even imply a collusion between Mueller and Barr. He wrote on Twitter that, quote, it is clear Congress and the American people must hear from special counsel Robert Mueller in person to better understand his findings, and set a deadline of May 23rd for that to happen. Congressman Adam Schiff, one of the key promoters of the Russiagate conspiracy theory, accused Barr of seeking to shape the public's perception of the report with his appearance, his press conference at the Department of Justice. Now, for some, it's time to put the Russiagate conspiracy theory to bed and and focus on bigger topics like the threat of nuclear war, climate change, or the 2020 election. But for the Russiagate faithful, it's a day of massive disappointment that the man in the White House, love him or hate him, is there legitimately and won fair and square. Reporting live from the Department of Justice, Dan Cohen, RT.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.